Just want to give a little update to week 2, BAS 120. First of all, very good discussions on the discussion boards. A lot of folks with a lot of interesting input on big data. I encourage you to check out each other's posts on the discussion board. A lot of networking opportunities, a lot of folks working in the industry. The assignment answers are issued. They're under homework assignments. I thought I'd give a quick video also to explain some of them, because as a baseline, we'll be using these models throughout the course. So I want to make sure we understand them all. Quizzes were generally quite good. Project, and we've added the open discussion board, which I'll monitor every day now, where if you have a question that's pertinent, might be useful to the entire class to see the answer, go ahead and post it there on the open forum. You can also email it to me, and that way we can share some of those answers with the whole class. Just a quick reminder, week 3 we'll be starting chapter 3. Hopefully we're getting into a little bit of a cadence here. You read the chapter, you watch the instructional videos, and then there's generally 3 assignments. A assignment where you do problems, a quiz, and a discussion forum. And I've added, since we discussed big data, I've added a learning opportunity. It's totally optional, but Mackenzie has some great series on some cases where all of this big data is actually used, which are quite interesting. So with that, I'm going to hop into the actual solving of the 3 homework problems. Okay, let's go through problem number 3 in chapter 2, where we were given these various hotels, or customers at a hotel. We were given their arrival date, their departure date, number of guests, and the daily rate that was charged for that customer. But we had to model in a fee for additional guests. If they had guests over 2, there was a $20 fee per day. And then there was also a discount if they stayed more than 6 days. So most of you got this right, but just in case, the way this was modeled is we took our daily rate considering number of guests. So we just put an if statement in here. If number of guests was less than or equal to 2, then the daily rate was just whatever the daily rate was. If they stayed number of days minus 2, so the number of days in addition to 2 days stay, there was a $20 add-in per day fee. So notice so if it's 3, it would be 3 minus 2, 1 times the 20, an extra $20 fee for staying the extra day. That's why this cell goes from 120 or 112 to 132. Now, that gave us the daily rate considering the number of guests. Then there was also a discount if you stayed more than 6 days. So this was a calculated field, how many days they stayed, by simply subtracting the departure date from the arrival date. So you are able to add and subtract dates. That gives you how many days they stayed. Now, over here in the total revenue, we had another if statement. We said, all right, if the daily rate is less, if the number of days they stay is less than 7, then we're just going to use this daily rate. However, if the number of days they save is greater than or equal to 7 days, then we're going to apply the 10% discount. So that gave us the total revenue, and we just copied that down, and that was problem number 2.3. Then you had 2.6, which was a net present value calculation, which most everybody got right. Just to recap, you could go in here and you could say find a function, find net present value. There, I just put in my rate, which was 8%, my values, which were right here. Okay, and most everybody got that one. Then question number 12 was a profit and loss statement. So they gave us the net sales, they gave us the cost of sales, This minus this is our gross profit. They gave us the sales expenses. Now, this is where a lot of folks forgot to add in the variable costs. Remember, they told us it's 7% of our sales is variable costs. And that gave us our total sales expenses, our fixed portion plus our variable portion. They told us what our administrative expenses were. So our net operating expenses were simply our gross profit minus our sales expenses minus our administrative expenses. Told us what interest was. That would allow us to calculate income before taxes, which was simply our net profit minus our interest expense. Now, the other place folks made some errors is taxes. Income taxes are based off of the income before tax. So this 50% was applied to here. Some folks applied the 50% to the net sales. So that would be a sales tax. This is an income tax. So it's 50% of our net income. And then our net income after taxes, income before taxes minus taxes gives us our net income. Any questions? Let me know. We'll be using these models to build in future chapters.